Let's move to eThekwini now, where the Metro Municipality's inaugural council gets underway today, where a mayor and deputy mayor president will be elected. The council meeting was abruptly called off on Monday following a number of disruptions and a power outage. Newzroom Afrika's Karinda Jagmohan is at the meeting. Karinda, very good morning to you. What are some of the expectations for today? I mean, we have had discussions with the newly elected speaker, and he's assured us that everything will go according to plan today.
Well, operations are smooth at this point. This is a different venue where the council meeting is being held. It's the Durban ICC, a seemingly much more secure venue. So for that reason, it seems like the functions around the council meeting is going to be operated smoothly. But politically, it seems that there is now a change in the air following the ANC placing Karinda as their mayoral candidate. That seems to have frustrated the IFP as well as the EFF, who, according to media reports, now seemingly want to focus their attention on putting the opposition in power. That's the DA, and I'm joined by the DA's mayoral candidate. We're actually just going to quickly doorstop her. Nicole Graham, thank you for speaking to us. What are your expectations from today, especially from what we saw on Monday with the disruptions? Do you believe that you're going to see more support coming from the other opposition parties?
Look, I think today there's a lot up in the air. There are many potential eventualities. Either people are going to support and work with us or with the opposition bloc broadly, or they're going to support the ANC, and people must decide what they want to do. We have done what we can. We've put our options on the table, and from here on out, parties must make their decisions.
This is the second attempt of the eThekwini Council being held. What is your views about what happened on Monday?
I think on Monday it was a disgrace. I think anyone who saw those images, for us being present, it was an absolute disgrace to see that kind of undemocratic behaviour. The ANC knew that on Monday the writing was on the wall for them, which is why they tried to postpone this meeting in order to get more smaller parties on their side, and we'll see today whether that's worked. But the reality is that the will of the people in the city is not to elect an ANC majority. That's what they voted for on the 1st of November, and that's what we are hoping to make a reality today.
I know you have written to the council already with several questions regarding security of this event. Have they responded to you? What were those questions about?
Yes, so we did write to the Speaker yesterday and ask for a response, and we do have a legal team on standby. We did get a response. The venue was moved, and I think the ICC is a far more secure venue than a tent. And I think that the provision here of things like electricity are far more stable than where we were. There's also been a lot more security that has been provided. I still think that there are lots of potential risks. We'll play those by ear. This is eThekwini after all. It's not like any city in the country, which I think people have seen over the past couple of days. But we have got confirmation from the Speaker that the election will proceed in terms of the law. And if the election doesn't proceed in terms of the law, then the Speaker and the City Manager are liable, and we will proceed from there.
Yeah, I understand you said in your letter you have legal teams on standby in that regard. If there are further disruptions today, what's the DA's plan?
Look, we have to consult with the teams. We've got provincial leaders here. Our provincial chair, Dean McPherson, is here, and we are going to take it one step at a time. Obviously, we can't plan for every eventuality, and what we have to do is be the most prepared that we possibly can be. What politics in eThekwini taught me is that it can always get worse when you think it's going to get better. So we are prepared for whatever comes our way, and anything that happens, we will deal with it as best as we can. We've got a big, strong team, and we're optimistic. It's very easy to be deluded by what's happening here, but I think the winds of change might blow today in eThekwini, and I think lots of people are very excited about that. So we're trying to stay positive. We are prepared, but we also want this meeting to go ahead, and we'll do everything in our power to make sure that the will of the people in the city is able to be heard today.
Thank you very much.
Thanks,
That's
Karinda.
the DA's mayoral candidate, Nicole Graham. Several other political party members are slowly streaming in. The meeting itself is starting at 2 o'clock. We understand that the IFP representatives will be coming at around 1 o'clock. I have seen 2 EFF members here, but they've just left our site. My colleague Pilani Zuma and I will actually just also show you the meeting set up inside the Durban ICC. And again, on Monday, we saw that this council meeting meeting was held in a tent structure at the Moses Mabhida Stadium premises. And obviously, some of the disruptions that occurred were because of political tension, but also we understand a power outage that took place with faults regarding the generator. So here with the security of the ICC, there is hope that we're not going to see this kind of thing happen today. With this meeting starting at 2 o'clock, it's still quite an empty stage here. People still coming in, people still setting up. But what is important to note is that there was an idea that the IFP would be lending their support to the ANC. It's what they stated in a press briefing last week. But we saw following the election of their ANC speaker, Thabani Nyawo-se, the IFP actually abstained from that particular vote. And once that happened, once this was noted by those present at the meeting, that's when the disruptions occurred, because it was noted that perhaps the ANC will no longer receive the IFP support. eThekwini Municipality is a hung council, with the ANC only having 42% of the voters' support here. So while they do have a majority in regard of the total number of support, they do not have a majority plus one to actually ensure that all the executive candidates, the executive positions can be filled by their members. So indeed, we wait to see at 2 o'clock what's going to happen, whether we're also going to see further disruptions. There is a stronger security presence here, so at 2 o'clock we'll know what's happening. I'll also be joined by my colleague William Gambi, who will also be reporting from here, the eThekwini Council meeting.
Very well, Karinda. Jagmohan, let's leave it there for now, as we are all eyes on the eThekwini Council to elect a mayor. Of course, following the chaos that unfolded, we are looking with close attention, as we will be seeing what comes out of that meeting come 2 o'clock.